Selena Rybakina won the women's. It's down to the mixed.
15 love. Very low.
Well, I can tell you, I was at the exhibition in Abu Dhabi last week, and they were both playing, Rybakina and Shevchenko. And I tell you what, Rybakina's definitely worked on two things: coming forward and finishing off at the net, and she was very active when she was playing doubles there, as well as introducing the drop shot, Bojana. For someone who knows all about subtle brilliance, is our third commentator, who is sitting courtside, keeping a beady eye on things down there, the one and only Jill Krabus. Welcome, Jill.
Thank you, Robbie. Wow, what an intro. I appreciate that. This is going to be fun because, you know, you were just saying how Rybakina has been working on the doubles a little bit. Neither of these teams, all four players, actually play that much doubles. Obviously, Carreno Busta does have that final to a Grand Slam, but they really haven't played mixed in particular. And like Bojana said, anything can happen. I already loved the move that Rybakina made at the net. Good choice to go angle away, but a lot riding on the line, right? This is the deciding match. So far, a little tension out here, but everyone looks very focused and ready to go.
PCB will kick it off for Spain in the mixed.
Love 15.
To the fact that he'd been to the finals of the US Open in doubles, 4 doubles titles for Pablo. Been to the finals of a couple of Masters 1000, as well as winning Cincinnati. Just such a big fan of the way he plays. He's such a pro. There's just no holes in his game.
I just like the attitude Team Spain when the team captain was interviewed, when Jessica was playing her singles, and they're all about the fighting spirit. No surprise. Good energy. Stay out on court as long as you can. Fight for every point, he said.
Shevchenko trying to be proactive. Not much flusters this guy.
T15.
Looking to use that line early on. Don't mind that move. Keeping the person at the net honest.
T30.
It's 2 crosses, 2 misses. for Cavalle-Reimers.
It's a big moment for her.
Yeah.
She'd be feeling it out there.
I guess my point being that I hope it doesn't deter
Yeah.
her from crossing more, because she's doing the right things. That forehand was only going to go to one spot. And of course, in the mixed doubles, you have a deciding point at deuce, and it's guy serves to guy, and the woman serves to the woman. So Pablo to Alex. That time she comes up trumps when it mattered most.
Well, she almost had to expect that the ball was coming to her. And that will give her a little bit of confidence to keep moving at the net, to keep being proactive.
Rybakina representing Team Kazakhstan Tusu.
Yeah, that one make on the deciding point
Yeah.
almost erases the three misses, doesn't it? It's so big.
Fifteen love.
Nicely done. And if you don't know the story behind the rise
Very
of
low.
tennis in Kazakhstan, they've got a billionaire businessman to thank, Bulat Aratov, who was so passionate about the sport. He played other sports when he was younger, but he sunk about $200 million into Kazakh's tennis program. He created 38 tennis centers in all 17 regions of the country.
15.
If you're a junior tennis player in Kazakhstan, for about $40 a month, $40, you can play as much as you want. It's going to go along. And of course, Selena switched her allegiance from Russia
15.
to play under the Kazakh flag. She was kind of a bit forgotten in Russian tennis. 2017, she made that switch. And of course, Bulat helped sponsor her, created a team around her. What an investment that's turned out to be.
Yeah, he was at her box when she'd won Wimbledon. A lot of people wondering who that man was.
Yes.
There you have it.
30.
And of course, for the really elite players now, they've created bases in Italy and Spain where they can train. Got one of the top juniors in the world now, under 14. Tennis is coming on big time in the area thanks to the financial injection from Utamaratov.
Decided point.
Such a smart play. A little static, Shevchenko. Just to close down the net there. So again, another deciding point. Woman to woman.
And Kazakhstan.
Meaningful first serve from Rybakina.
Team Kazakhstan leads 2-1.
It's 2-1 early doors in the mixed doubles.
Cavalle-Reimers. Jill, are you sensing anything down there in terms of momentum, energy from either teams?
Well, I have to say, both are
Team Spain
enjoying
2-0.
themselves. I mean, it's great right from the first start, from the first game. Both teams have really been talkative with each other, and that's so important, as we know, on the doubles court, to have that good communication. Pablo Carreno Busta in particular has really feel like he's taken the lead out there to help his partner and just chit-chatting away with her between every point. And I feel like because Carreno Busta in particular, to me, has the most experience on the doubles court, and you just get this sense that you almost get this extra peripheral vision sometimes, and I think he just has, like, you can see his instincts are there. He's definitely one that stands out to me right now.
And Jill, I also think he's so aware that Yvonne might be a little nervous, so he's looking to help her, isn't he, early on?
Definitely, and I think that's what I was saying from the beginning. He got her laughing from the very beginning of the match in that first game, and that was good to see, just to loosen up those nerves a little bit.
And looking to help him cross again.
I think you have to expect that. The players like Carreno Busta will continue to move. Despite missing one or two, he'll keep applying that pressure, and that will pay dividends the closer the end of this set gets. I guess what the scenario for Team Spain at the moment is they want to get Carreno Busta involved in the point as early as possible. They don't want to have Cavalle-Reimers rallying off the baseline. It would just push them further back, and they'll get into that defensive mode. Yeah, perfect example.
40-30.
Set up by a good first serve, and then Carreno Busta all in control at the net.
Team Spain.
Yeah, and the coach of Spain there, Jose Antonio Sanchez de Luna, just pointing straight to PCB because he saw the move. And it's just that subtle brilliance of the movement, the off-the-ball movement that is so annoying to play against. Times the move so well. That will really help Cavalle-Reimers just to settle in now. 4 games in, this battle well and truly joined.
Love 15.
Pointing to his head there because he feels he's been too aggressive against Yvonne. Don't need to be on the second serve. She's not going to punish you with power.
She's expecting it now, isn't she, that the ball's coming to her. Good hands.
Love 13.
May have misplaced it a little bit, or mishit it a little bit, but she was right up there. She didn't backpedal. She held her ground. Good job.
Fifteen, 30. Stereo.
Suffered with injury of late as Pablo Carreno Busta, elbow problems, had elbow surgery. He's actually playing with a protected ranking of 18. That's what's going to get him into the Australian Open.
30-40.
So this, in effect, is 2 break points for the Spaniards. Sweet from Cavalle-Reimers. Once again on a deciding point. She is the one who punctuates the game with a winning volley. The early break going the way of the Spaniards to lead 3-2. And you look across all the sports they play, and their work rate is incredible, isn't it?
It is incredible. It's infectious. I think when you see that growing up, I mean, you just can't help but emulate those people that you want to be like. You want those hard workers, and they do have incredible work ethic, absolutely. And you can feel it from both sides. I mean, I was paying attention on the changeover when the teams went to their captains, their teammates, and much more subdued on the Kazakh side. Spain was all laughing, joking, having a good time, and that's been it from the start. They've been enjoying themselves being out there from the first point.
$15.30.
Certainly the right play there for Cavalle-Reimers. But it's a different pace of shot coming off the racket of Rybakina. The ball comes in so hard, so fast. You really have to be ready for it.
Too good. Brilliant peripheral vision.
15-40.
Oh, smart ball. As Shevchenko noticed that Team Spain were right up at the net. There was so much caught at the back. Good eyes.
just brilliant.
30-40.
No panic whatsoever. It'll be 3 break points in total that he'll have to face. This is the second one. 2 is enough for Team Kazakhstan. A moment of brilliance off the backhand.
And it was a pretty good serve too. But just that split second of changing that grip, turning, picking your spot on the court. Even Carreno Busta applauding that one.
The serve is so good. I think it's only going to get better as the career goes on. She's already made some adjustments to it. At the beginning, she's got that little turn of the shoulder, not too dissimilar to what Yannick Sinner added to his serve this year. Shanks a lot, says Shevchenko. Not exactly melting into the strings, that volley.
I'm
talking about how good the serve is for Rybakina. She served 358 aces, which was the second most on tour in 2004 in 53 matches. Such a big weapon to have, so powerful. And she really does use it to her advantage. Great example of that big first serve out wide, allowing Rybakina to move forward. Smart play, playing through the middle, back to the feet of Team Spain, and then setting up Shevchenko for that overhead.
Team Kazakhstan. So down an early break with Team Kazakhstan. They've switched that scenario around beautifully to lead 4-3. Flush that backhand.
New balls too, so the ball will be flying extra fast. Loves that backhand side.
That is pacey at 135 kilometers an hour. Just low-hanging fruit that, as far as Pablo is concerned. Didn't overcommit, just needed to get racket on ball. His movement at the net has been superb.
15-30.
That point set up beautifully there from the return of Shevchenko.
15-14.
Getting the short response from Cavalle-Reimers and then being able to move in and put the pressure on. And a nice finish there from Rybakina.
The upshot of that is more break points for Team Kazakhstan. Tell you what, she's made some big-time plays on big-time points. Cavalle-Reimers.
What a pickup.
Out of here.
Use.
The return from Shevchenko, but then the response from Cavalle-Reimers to get it to the feet as well. That wasn't easy.
I mean, I think perhaps the fact that it was just so reflex helped her.
Yeah.
Didn't have to think about it. I mean, jaw dropping how good that was. Now it's a deciding point again. Pablo to the rescue this time.
Team Spain.
3 points on the bounce. Oh, this one's shaping up nicely.
Muy bien, Pablo. Muy bien. Bien, sí. Muy bien. Vamos. Ya estamos aquí otra vez, ¿eh? Vamos que puedes. Vamos. Muy bien, Iván. Ya estamos aquí, otra vez. Vamos. Vamos que podemos. Vamos. Vamos. Venga, valientes. Vamos ahí.
We have to give credit to Cavalle-Reimers, those last 3 points.
Brilliant.
Jill, I don't know about you, but can certainly feel the energy lifting out on court. It's 4-all in this first set. There's been a lot of deciding points, shifts of momentum. How's the feels down there?
Yeah, I definitely agree. But also, you add that little tension too, right? This is the moment where, you know, it matters so much for every point, especially with this type of format where it's no ad scoring. And if it does go to third, it's a super tie break to win it. So much on the line. This is the deciding match. Who's going to get their first win under the belt? So you can feel the excitement and the tension together.
40-love.
Just the kind of game you would have wished for. After having chances, you don't want to be harping on about those missed opportunities. Get the hold, get the balls to the other side of the court, put the pressure right back on your opponents.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, wrapped around a racket a few times, but it was one swing. So play on, Elena. And
Team
she
Kazakhstan
played on
leads
with
5 games to 4.
considerable aplomb. Love hold. I'll sit down with a 5-4 lead. Play on. Serving to stay in the set or Team Spain.
Love.
Definitely growing in confidence.
Low.
Well, at the start of this match, you would have noticed she is the less experienced player on court, but as this first set has developed, you wouldn't be able to tell now because she's really holding her game, making a lot more plays at the net. Looks comfortable out there.
Game Team Spain.
Two strong holds from the respective teams.
5 games all.
If you're joining us for the first time today, a very warm welcome from Perth on day 1 of season 3 of the United Cup. Of course, Germany are the defending champions. They beat Poland last year. Zverev saving 2 match points against Hubi Hurkacz in the men's singles, eventually getting it done in the mixed doubles. And as you mentioned, Bayana, it has been so crucial
15 love.
in so many outcomes in this competition. Certainly was the case last year for Germany. In fact, all 5 of their matches were decided by the mixed.
Carreno.
We did touch on that earlier, Robbie. There have been 64 matches that have come down to the mixed doubles. That was just last year, or the 2024 United Cup. So many variables to be played out. The logistics of who goes through to the city finals, the semi-finals, makes it exciting.
Love.
And then also the dynamics of playing mixed doubles. We don't get to see it we really don't see it on tour. So it's fun to watch.
Clean as you like. The way he moves through the ball on contact.
Team Kazakhstan. Team Kazakhstan leads 6
A
games
couple of
to
strong
5.
holds. And we're heading towards tie-break territory at 6-5. Sometimes less is more. Team Spain serving to stay in this opening set. Just a reminder what happened in the singles. Pablo Carreno Busta getting Spain off to the perfect start, winning comfortably against Shevchenko. And then Rybakina doing exactly the same for Kazakhstan to even things up at 1 apiece.
Love 13.
Team Kazakhstan had a lot of opportunities in the last service game against Cavalle-Reimers. They weren't able to convert, but again, setting themselves up now nicely. Only a couple points away from this first set.
Muy bien.
Such a big point from a psychological point of view. 15-30 versus love 40. Club that final forehand. Just enough.
Es
esa, bravo. Arriesgamos.
He's here, he's there, he is everywhere.
40-13.
Just shows how dominant he is at the net. He can stretch far and wide. Nothing gets past him. He's so close to the net so that he's got so much reach and court coverage. See the frustration from Shevchenko. Almost thought they had that point.
Yes, deciding point.
This is big. This is massive.
Ánimo.
Is this where you use the timeout, Robbie?
No, definitely not. I mean, it's the difference between being a set down and being absolutely even. That's a little cheap from Rybakina. But I'm going to give Carreno Busta the assist there. He has been so in her R-line, hasn't he?
Well, every time she has tried to attempt to return cross-court, he's just covering that middle that you'd almost think she might need to throw a return down the line just to keep him honest.
Are you agreeing with me there, Jill?
Totally. Yeah, I think that return mistake came because of how active Carreno Busta's been at the net.
Anybody spring to mind for you? That was just so annoying to play mixed against because they moved so well. The timing of the crosses.
I always hated playing against Cara Black. She was everywhere and so fast, and it drove me nuts. drove me absolutely nuts. Always in my head.
Yep. Of course, Cara now makes Australia her home, down on the Mornington Peninsula. Married to an Australian. What a player she was.
Team Kazakhstan.
And of course, her sister-in-law is from Kazakhstan, Irina Silutina, married to Wayne Black. And if she's keeping a beady eye on this one, that was the longest rally of the match so far.
Second serve. Shot he normally wouldn't miss. A real opportunity gone there.
Great bounce back ability.
3-2.
You can see Shevchenko wanting to get involved, but the last few times he's just moving way too early. It's leaving that down the line open. Just has to be careful he doesn't start to get too predictable.
Team Kazakhstan.
Always feel like that 3-2 point and a tie break just carries so much weight.
Team Kazakhstan.
Measured ground stroking from Rybakina.
I think she just missed that one.
5-3, Team Kazakhstan.
The call wasn't very loud, was it?
No.
Didn't hear it. Jill, did you hear a call there?
I haven't heard a few, actually.
Yeah.
They're very quiet.
So I just looked at Biana thinking, hang on, did that get a piece of the line or not?
I had to look at the body language of the players instead.
6-3. Team Kazakhstan.
So Team Kazakhstan putting the pressure on Team Spain here. That's where they want to be, finishing at the net, helping each other out.
3 set points.
Team Kazakhstan.
Yeah, first one quickly erased.
First set, Team Kazakhstan. 7 games to
come. At the moment, Team Kazakhstan nose in front in this tie, now having taken the first set of this decisive mixed doubles.
low.
I'd love that over.
30 low. Thirty 50.
Not clean, but it was clean enough. She knows it. A little bit of help from the frame.
40-15.
Shevchenko actually the second highest ranked Kazakh player behind Sasha Bublik. Bublik 33 in the world, Shevchenko 78.
Out. Game. Team Spain.
That's another example of no call, but she umpires on it.
First game, second set.
This Mikhail Kukushkin has been flying the flag for Kazakhstan for many years. He's the elder statesman now at 36. He's just outside the top 100. And if you weren't with us earlier, a shout out to the billionaire businessman Bulat Utem Aratov, who about a decade ago sank $200 million into tennis in Kazakhstan, created tennis centers in all 17 regions, and really focused now on developing their own players. They took a couple of players from Russia, those that were sort of neglected by the federation there, that weren't good enough to make the elite teams, of which Rybakina was one of them, Bublik was another.
Low.
They're doing pretty well in the junior levels. Got a youngster, under 14, Zangar Nur Ranyuli, who's one of the best juniors in the world. Watch out for that name in years to come, from Kazakhstan.
30 low.
guess it's the dream scenario when you've got a very wealthy businessman who's very passionate about a particular sport. And it was thanks to Federer and Nadal that's what piqued his interest in the sport. Started to play it himself. Loved it so much, invested a lot of his money into it.
Fault. (40-15).
It's easy pickings.
40-30.
Just makes it look so natural. Carreno Busta always knows where his partner's standing, but then he's got that vision of where the next shot's coming from, and he moves accordingly.
Game, Team Kazakhstan. Game on.
Team captain from Kazakhstan, just making sure that the audio is working on the electronic line calling.
Good use of the middle there from Cavalle-Reimers.
15 low.
That was a great volley there from Rybakina down low. She opened up the racket. Just leaving that middle spot open a bit too much there.
Who should have taken that middle spot there?
Probably would have said Shevchenko.
Net for service.
He's got the forehand volley there.
Very low.
Mentioned the men. Rybakina does have company in the top 100 of the rankings with fellow Kazakh player Yulia Putintseva, ranked number 29. This guy's like Zorro at the net.
I mean, you think you make a good return, but it's always in the line of Carreno Busta. I think he's exhausted from moving too much side to side, Carreno Busta.
40-15.
What's going on there, Jill?
That was fun to watch. Yeah, he's just all over the place. But sometimes, I mean, that's what distracts your opponents, right? I mean, the more you move, the better it is. Sometimes you don't even touch a ball when you're at the net, but it's just all about trying to get involved. It's a little bit of mishit from Rybakina, but it worked. Just kind of slowly floated past Carreno Busta.
Love that return.
40-30.
Almost had to use it because every time she's been returning cross-court, Carreno Busta's always there. So she picked the right ball and had to execute it. Well played.
Linear strikes are so good.
So good.
Cross-court strike was pretty good too.
Deciding point.
So again, the lady will serve to the lady on the deciding point. That's how it works in mixed doubles.
Team Spain.
It's a good move, and when you're that close to the net.
This one is shaping up beautifully as well. It is the mixed doubles decisive tie between Team Kazakhstan and Team Spain.
Love 15.
What was that?
That was the chip lob that I had just spoken about, Robbie.
Right.
Just, I think a shot that just goes unused, or has been unused in this match, because there's been so much movement, mostly from Carreno Busta, and he's continued to have to move. But if he can start making them think and plant a little bit of doubt in the mind by using a shot like a lob, it might just allow either team to then get into the point, take him away.
On a laundry line, that backhand.
One second, please.
So there's no audio on that serve, so would suggest that it's in. So we're going to have a
Can you confirm the call?
confirmation on the big screen of the call.
Second serve.
It was indeed out, so. Both Spanish players pointed to it being out immediately.
Out.
Once again, we haven't had any audio from the electronic line calling system there. I mean, it looked out for me.
Yeah, I guess if you're Team Kazakhstan, you just want that confirmation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can confirm the ELC system is working. However, we have some issues with the audio. I will call the close calls. Love 40.
So it's not working.
Okay, but can you be more vocal now? Can you be more vocal? Say something right away. Once you see it's out or whatever. Okay, so say something.
If I know the system is not working.
No, but just now, for example. If you saw it's out, just call it out. That's it, because you know it's on a computer or a tablet.
I didn't know that it was not working.
Well, but you will see after the first point.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking. Be vocal now. Yeah.
If you call it out, we can ask for the challenge.
Yes.
Okay, we can call it.
Well, if it's closed, they will call it. They will show it immediately.
Okay.
But the system is working. However, we don't have an audio. Yeah.
So it's tracking the balls, okay? Just needing a little help in the audio department. But the upshot of all of this is love 40. A couple of break points for Team Spain. First one's
15-40.
been eradicated.
30-40.
You can see, well, we saw the team captain for Kazakhstan just get involved a little bit. I wonder if there was just a little bit of frustration there, and it seems to have added a little bit of energy, I feel. Do you agree down there, Jill?
Deciding point.
Well, to be honest, I felt like that slight break almost helped them because I was seeing a little sign of frustration, especially Shevchenko was getting frustrated because I feel like he felt Pablo Carreno Busta had his number a little bit at the net, knew exactly when he was, where he was going to go. So I think the break just kind of slowed things down for Kazakhstan.
That's big time tennis from Team Kazakhstan. 4 points on the bounce.
2 games all.
To even things up at 2 apiece.
Well, that last point certainly had everything. It had the chip lob, it had the overhead, the ground strokes, and a little bit of tentativeness too. Great fight back there from Team Kazakhstan.
50 low. Hook. Out. 15-all.
Good eye.
30-15.
I always find that so annoying, Jill. When you hit a shot and you think it might be going in, and then somebody judges it well, and it's out.
I know you want them to just hit it.
Yes.
No such luck for Rybakina there.
No.
Out. 30-all.
I do think back in the day when you had a lot more serve and volleys that was so good at that. They could judge the flight of the ball to within an inch of the line.
So good.
I mean, he knew it as he was hitting it on that stroke. He was already screaming when it was barely past.
But impressive that just that return off the one hand for Rybakina, just to get it over the head of Team Spain.
Nice way to bring up some break points.
Deciding point.
That was uncharacteristic from Rybakina. Very rarely does she hesitate.
Yeah, she caught the ball late. It's like her feet got stuck, and rather than going to the ball, she was on her back foot.
This match has been littered with deciding points. We've got another one. fires again. Spain get out of a pickle.
Team Spain leads 3-2.
They lead 3-2 in the second set. The first set has gone. I just said that the audio is back for the electronic line calling. Good to go. Yes. No call of out. That's because it was in. Because we've got that shadow just making its way across the court there, Jill.
Yeah, that's difficult. I think that's why Yvonne just hesitated a little bit, especially when it's coming out of the sun into the shade. All of a sudden it gets dark. It can be challenging to consistently track the ball.
It's a beautiful away swinger. Always a popular term at this time of the year. Boxing Day, MCG, you know where I'm going.
I know.
Ooh. What a combination of points.
15.
I do feel that the serve of Shevchenko really has stepped up a notch in this second set. Didn't make too many first serves in the first set, but has won a lot more points, a lot more free points in the last few games.
Yeah, first serve percentage in this set in the mid-70s.
Deciding point.
Just a moment ago, it was 40 love. Suddenly, we're in trouble here, Team Kazakhstan. Where do you go to after a turn like that?
Net for service.
What about right on that shadow line down the tee? Alana's sister's happy. I think initially she played an out ball there, didn't she? This one.
Just got a racket to it. Quite lucky there. That's what happens on these deciding points.
There's such tipping points. God, I can't believe it. He knows his charge got lucky there. That could have gone anywhere.
That shadow really has crept over in the last few minutes, almost 3/4 of the way, so it's really difficult, especially on that due side for Carreno Busta.
Some good tennis. They've been dovetailing well when Carreno Busta hasn't quite been on it. Cavalle-Reimers has. They've kept it really close. You've got to remember she's the least experienced of the three on court. Best result at tour level is one final in doubles at a 250. That was this year in Palermo. Like so many Spaniards, just whatever the circumstances are, you just compete well.
It was that great return where it just put Carreno Busta on the stretch where he wasn't able to do as much with that volley as he normally does, which then opened up the court for Shevchenko to put that forehand away.
Good night.
30-14.
All to play for, remember. 1-1 in the tie. Carreno Busta winning the men's singles, Rybakina the women's singles. They get the break. How important could that prove to be for Team Kazakhstan? Setting a break to the good. It's got a nice ring to it.
Jill, I've really noticed that Shevchenko has really stepped up in these last few games. I think more particularly when the captain of Team Kazakhstan came on court, had a chat to the chair umpire about the audio of the line calling and almost got him a bit fired up. And I can just sense there's a bit of a grunt to his strokes. He's fired up. He's giving the fist pumps to Rybakina. What are you seeing down there?
I definitely, totally agree. I see it change in him completely. I think having that break definitely helped. I think the thing that stands out to me, and he's just become a little bit more decisive. You know, he's not concerned as much about what the opponents are doing or how much Carreno Busta is moving. I think he's being a lot more decisive about just hitting his shot, going for it, picking his spot, and it's really helped him up his level.
So it's a match that is positively soaked in significance.
Time.
The mixed will decide the outcome of this tie. It's not the first point you want when you've just broken to go up 4-3. Can't blame the sun now. It's a double whammy because you've lost the point in that manner against probably the slightly weaker of the two returners, the girl. Now when you're serving to the guy, you're under pressure, right?
$15-13.
I'm putting an asterisk alongside that opening point just to see if it proves to be costly for Team Kazakhstan or not.
I was almost going to say on the when Rybakina is serving to Carreno Busta, they'd always want to do a play to take away that cross court, maybe allow Shevchenko to do something at the net. Because at the moment, it's not hurting Carreno Busta by rallying, returning cross court. It's putting pressure on Team Kazakhstan.
13-14.
Show him something different.
This is the big point right now, right here. Still break point for Team Spain. There's not any woman who could deliver a serve like that against a returner as good as a PCB. And that's her favorite one. When she won at Wimbledon, it was so good, the serve out wide on the ad side. Deciding point. What's happened there, Jill?
I think she just had too much time to think about it. It was a very slow off-pace return and just didn't get quite up to the ball and decelerated. But I think just the change-up from Yvonne really just caused her to lose her rhythm. But Shevchenko, a few times in the last, I would say, 3 or 4 games, anytime, you know, they've made a mistake or gotten down, he's sort of just given her a calm feeling, just saying, like, hey, calm down, next, we'll do the next point. So he's kind of definitely changed the way his demeanor's been out there.
Oh, stop it.
It's amazing to watch when you're playing with a partner like Carreno Busta, how that can up your level. And I really feel that for Cavalle-Reimers, she really has upped her game and feels confident on court as a result of playing with Carreno Busta.
Very low.
Yeah, Boyan, you make a good point. I think a lot of it has to do with how Carreno Busta started the match. He was constantly encouraging her, even after mistakes, to just, you know, tell her she's still doing the right things, making the right moves, and that's been why she hasn't backed down from going after the ball and being up there and being a presence at the net.
Robbie, you touched on it. The first point of the last service game, when Rybakina was serving, Shevchenko had that overhead, and that was his, and that could have set up Team Kazakhstan to run away with the second set. But that error has really shifted this momentum in the second set.
Oh, nicely done. So definitely an area of the game that she's been working on. The feel, the drop shots we saw attempted. She can start to add that kind of touch to the raw power that she has. Sky's the limit for Elena. Because we know that she's more than qualified from the neck upwards.
Team Spain.
So after being down a break 4-3. That's might always be the most important shot in the game. You might be under a little bit of stress, but if you can just deliver a couple of meaningful blows on serve, get some free points. Just calms everything down, doesn't it, Jill?
Yeah, I mean, that's helpful 100%. And you know what I'm always confused about is on doubles, I feel like the body serve is so underutilized because it is the most important part of the game. It's the one you have the most control over, or the only one you have control over. And I just feel like that could be used a little bit more often. But Carreno Busta has, especially when he gets a second serve, he has been taking that ball much earlier in this second set, and it's been so effective.
Yeah, a lot of the players have used that serve out wide very well. What do you think of this, the pace of the court, Jill?
I was thinking about that from the first match, when the first two singles matches when I was watching. It was a little bit difficult to discern, but I feel like it's like a medium fast, I would say. It's not super quick, but it's not slow. And the ball in particular doesn't necessarily bounce that high. Like overall, it's staying relatively low, especially, you know, some of the players have that heavier forehand, but it's still not quite grabbing on the court and getting up that high.
Very low.
A couple of missed opportunities here for Team Kazakhstan. Do you think that this would be the biggest opportunity to get the break up against Cavalle-Reimers' serve?
Low.
See the sleeve on Carreno Busta's arm. Having elbow surgery last year. And he came back at the French Open this year.
Team Spain. Team Spain leads 6 games to 5.
Hopefully taking this one to it was the first point.
Yeah.
Still got a big asterisk alongside that. See whether it's going to prove costly or not for Team Kazakhstan. She's gone through a patch where the slower ball has started to bother her.
Well, I almost thought that Shevchenko could have made that overhead, but he just didn't commit. And then stayed in that same spot.
It's almost like when Rybakina's got too much time, it's not a good thing for her. As you said, it almost throws out her rhythm. See ball, hit ball, see ball, hit ball, see ball, see ball. What do I do now?
Too much time.
Yeah. Sometimes that's a part of the game that's so undervalued, the change of pace.
Team Kazakhstan.
Okay. back to a breaker.
Tie break.
Oh,
1-0
going out.
Team Kazakhstan.
He certainly saw the opening, didn't he?
Intelligent return. Just keeping that ball in play. It's world class.
2-1 Team Spain.
Just got better and better.
And
as
she's
this
using variety too, isn't she? She's holding her ground. I mean, Rybakina moving a little too early there.
Tell you who will be moving on this point is Pablo Carreno Busta.
Team Spain.
Such a good move.
He knew it was coming. Carreno Busta. He just holds for a split second, and then when he sees that return going cross, he pounces on that return.
Just simply stunning. Nothing fancy, no frills, but just ruthlessly effective.
No es nada, 5-1, no es nada. Queremos este puntito, ¿eh? Vamos siguiente punto, venga. No nos paremos, que esto es igual, ¿eh?
I mean, I don't know about you, Boyana, but when he lines up for that second serve return on the back, and I just get the feeling he cannot miss it. Just forged in steel. Technically so good. Simple strokes. Uses the big muscle groups to generate power. Now shoulder rotation brings the trunk into play.
Well, he plans the point, doesn't he? He knows where his return's going. He's so confident in it, and then he knows his next move. There's no hesitation.
5-2, Team Spain.
I felt this was a must-win point for Team Kazakhstan to stay in the second set tie-break. Swatting that away.
Team Spain.
Bringing up 4 set points. And remember, it would be a 10-point match tie-break to decide the outcome if Team Spain can convert here. We are indeed going the distance.
Second to 6, 1 set all.
And a 10-point match tie-break will decide the tie.
In straight sets. Let's get to this match tie-break to decide the tie between Team Kazakhstan and Team Spain.
Good positive start there for Team Kazakhstan.
Team Kazakhstan.
Shevchenko was ready for that overhead.
Okay, I want an answer from you both. Jill, who's winning this one?
1-0.
Oh, really, Robbie?
You're the expert.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to edge towards Team Spain.
I'm with Jill on that one.
Okay.
And you, Robbie?
Robbie?
I'm going for the Blues.
2-1.
Make it interesting. Nothing in it. Both sets tie breaks, both lasting 55 minutes on the nose. It's so good. Such intelligent tennis.
3-1, Team Spain.
I mean, normally you'd think you'd keep the ball away from Carreno Busta and hit it to Cavalle-Reimers, but neither Spaniard missing at the moment at the net, so it's so hard to know who to hit to. Almost take your pick.
She gambled on the close and it paid off. I just wonder if after that volley,
3-2, Team Spain.
Rybakina and Shevchenko would have taken note of how close she was. Perhaps look for the lob next time.
First volley I've seen him miss for a very long time.
He makes the diagonal move. He's so close to the net. You think, how can he miss it? It's gone straight down. I love it when the instructions are being given. It's quiet, and then as soon as they all leave, just the vamoses come in their droves. Balanced on the width of an atom, this one. Hello.
Goran likes it.
4-3, Team Kazakhstan.
We actually had to use this down the line sooner or later. Way too many cross-court returns where Carreno Busta was all over it. So it's beautifully executed.
Just had a feeling she was going to be the difference maker in this match tie break.
Team Kazakhstan.
If you watch on the umpire's pad, the red light comes on, which also signals that that ball was out. Pablo looked at the chair umpire, but the red light went on. No discussion to be had.
Team Kazakhstan.
So interesting that different players at different times step up. And at that moment, you touched on, Robbie, it's Rybakina. And it's a bit of doubles when one partner's down, the other one lifts, and then you work together.
She is one cool customer.
Team Kazakhstan.
Brilliant.
6-5. Team Kazakhstan.
I think that's what we want to see. We want to see a moment of brilliance decide the outcome of this rather than a moment of madness.
Well, it's what this match deserves. It's come down to the wire every single set. And I think at different stages, every player has stepped up.
Let's see if Shevchenko can do that now.
Team Kazakhstan.
I think Pablo's been undone by the pace of that second serve.
Way too much time to think.
Early on the shot, just 136 kilometers an hour. It's a big let-off.
Team Kazakhstan.
Shevchenko just questioning himself as to why he chose to hit that forehand straight to Carreno Busta.
Team Kazakhstan.
Some beautiful backhands from both.
Question is, does Rybakina return cross court, or does she go for a favourite down the line?
Pablo says no entry. Often call Elena the Ice Queen because of how cool she is under pressure. She has got this match and this tie on her racket with 2 serves to come at 8-7. There's Old Faithful. That serve out wide on the outside was just so good.
In Kazakhstan.
Two match points. Shevchenko with the mic drop moments for Team Kazakhstan. But Rybakina under the pump was just so impressive yet again. A compelling tie that goes down to a match tiebreaker, which Team Kazakhstan win 10-7, and they get the first win of the United Cup. What a match that was.
And what a way to start the Perth